Hey, what's good, y'all? Fuzion here, back with another reaction video. I'm gonna be frank with you guys. I was gonna do like two other videos today. One was gonna be about the GTA trailer, and another one's gonna be about the GTA racism that came with the trailer on Twitter. But there are too many hard ERs on that video and on Twitter at the moment, so I don't want to get flagged. But I'm just go ahead and say this, and then I'm gonna move on. If you are bothered by the fact that there's quite a bit of black people on the GTA trailer, and it bothers you, and then you're a fucking loser. So yeah, but Lakers and Suns, the controversial timeout. The Lakers did not have possession when the timeout was called. The ball was rolling, or it was being bobbled by Austin Reeves. So I do feel like that they were robbed of a possession to try to make up that lead. It was like 7 seconds with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker on the floor. I mean, there's a possibility that that could have been a pretty good shot from them. But I feel like that they were robbed of a shot. Now, just like what any ref does, they make mistakes. It just so happened to be a very, very big mistake at one of the worst times. I mean, it is what it is. I was going to talk about the Lakers game, but I didn't even watch it. I was doing something, and then I completely forgot it was on, and then I was just listening to like the last few minutes where the whole thing happened. So luckily I did catch that, but it did look like it was a good game. The Lakers were ahead for quite a while, and then I saw that they sort of like the Suns came back and sort of broke that lead a little bit down. High man for the Lakers was LeBron. He had 31, 8, and 11. Anthony Davis had 27 and 15. Austin Reeves had 20. No one else scored double digits on our team, on the Lakers team, which is not good. We ended the game 106-103. Phoenix had 31 from Kevin Durant, 21 from Grayson Allen, and 21 from Devin Booker. He shot 37%. He only shot 1 3. So he was locking that shit up. But they didn't have anyone else to really score like double-digit points either. So it was basically a fucking 3-on-3 out there. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. See what they got to say here.
I mean, if you actually look at the video, look at where the ref is actually located on the court. You can't really see where the ball is currently for him to give a timeout. Like, you see the ball goes to the corner. Look, the ref is behind the play. How can he can't make that call. You can't, the ball is out of the pocket. So, look, I get that the Phoenix Suns were down 105-103. And you could save me with all the coachisms, because I know they're coming, right? Well, if you had taken care of possessions before the game, I understand how the game of basketball works. I understand that Anthony Davis missed a ton of chippies. I understand that the Lakers should have won the game by 10 to 15 points. I understand that they have one of the worst fourth quarter offenses in the league. You're talking about the Phoenix Suns, and they can blitz screener rolls with KD and Devin Booker, and they can get fatigued. But the last two possessions that the Phoenix Suns scored, they drove and they racked it at the rim. So you're telling me, if the ball actually comes back in their possession and they have a chance to rack the ball at the rim, I'm going to bet on Kevin Durant scoring the ball the way he did to find a way to send that game into overtime. That's the moment that I think we as fans were robbed of, because the ref made a horrible call that, frankly, if that were me in 5th grade, if I were to coach my 5th grade team, I would be on the court going ballistic right now, because people in kindergarten basketball know the rules that you have to have the possession of the ball to call a timeout. That's how I feel about it.
I agree with it. I don't want this to be, like it was rigged for LeBron and it was rigged for the Lakers to go to Las Vegas, all this and all that. I do think that the game was a close game. I could see what Jay Will is talking about as far as what the Suns could have done with that extra possession. It was 7.4 on the clock, if I'm not mistaken. And they have been battle tested. Kevin Durant and Devin Booker have been battle tested. They can hit those shots at that last minute. They have the clutch ability to hit those. We were robbed as fans. I do believe that the Suns were robbed. But as a Lakers fan, I don't give a fuck. I'm glad we got the dub. We're playing against the Pelicans next. I think that's going to be interesting. We play them Thursday here in Las Vegas, so I'm pretty interested in that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and continue.
Steve?
Well, I respect your feelings or what have you, but I'm not going to go as far as saying that the Suns got robbed. It was clearly a missed call by the officials. There's no doubt about that. They were wrong, but what else is new? I mean, that's like talking about my receding hairline or the fact that Jay Williams is bald. How obvious can it be, for crying out loud? It is what it is. They make mistakes all the damn time. Every time we turn around, Jay, the referees are making mistakes, okay? This is what they do, all right? And not only that, not only do they have the audacity to make the mistakes, they be ejecting people, Jay. Ejecting people for mistakes they make and get called out on it. If there was enough time in the game, they might have ejected Frank Vogel or Devin Booker or somebody for arguing with them. This is the kind of nonsense that's going on in today's NBA when it comes to the officiating. But we understand that at the end of the day, the Suns did commit 20 turnovers, which led to 25 Lakers points. We understand they found themselves in a hole early that they were trying to dig themselves up out of. We get all of that. The referees messed up, but that seems to be something that happens on a daily occasion. When I think about the Suns,
yeah, that's my thing. Of course, like the Suns had 20 turnovers. I don't think you're going to win many games having 20 turnovers. But you saw in that little graphic. My bad, y'all.
it's messed up, but that seems to.
Why is he calling a timeout over here when that ref can't see what's going on? This should be the person who would have to either argue that call. I think that this ref should have been, when the timeout was called, he should have waived that timeout or been like, nah, that's not a valid timeout because no one had possession of the ball. It was a loose ball.
Be something that happens on the.
See here, the ball was loose here. And it was being bobbled maybe 2 seconds prior to that. And you could argue that it was a foul, but because of the timeout and because of how the play was happening, I think that would have been also a like 50-50 call with the foul. But that timeout was, I don't think it was a valid timeout, personally.
Daily occasion. When I think about the Suns, I don't think about them getting robbed. I think about them getting, or I shouldn't say I don't think about them getting robbed. I think about them getting robbed by the fact that Bradley Beal has only played a handful of games, if less. That's what I think about. I think about wanting to see Bradley Beal on that court with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. When can we see the big three? When is his back going to get healthy? When are we going to see this lethal weapon three that we were all anticipating? I'm looking at stuff like that. Stuff like this happens. It'll probably happen again at some point in time in the season where there's one missed call or another that's going to cost them a game or so. That stuff happens. It's just unfortunate, but it's reality.
I just don't like when it's blatant, doggy. I mean, Stephen A., when the Lakers played the Celtics last year and LeBron James went into the lane and we saw that. Did you think that the Lakers got robbed from an opportunity?
Yep.
Right? So, that's the same thing.
I thought they got robbed of an opportunity.
It's the same thing. That's the same thing.
Again, it didn't determine the outcome. It just determined the possibility. It just eliminated the possibility of an outcome. We
That's
understand
the rob.
it wasn't guaranteed is all I'm trying to say.
If you're eliminating the possibility of an outcome.
Now, Boston was different. Right.
If it eliminated the possibility of an outcome, that is being robbed of an opportunity.
I guess I understand to a certain extent what Stephen A. is saying. Especially maybe this past 2 or 3 years, like the refs have been missing calls. I think there was something that came out maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago where a call was missed and the refs And the league also came out and said, hey, this is something that we missed at the review, all this and all that, blah, blah, blah. That has happened quite a bit. I think there has to be, I think the review process needs to be updated. Especially because of the NBA in-season tournament. I don't think people would really be tripping as much if it wasn't because of the tournament. And I think that the tournament is a success. I'm going to do a video on the in-season tournament. Definitely once like the championship hits. I was going to do one about my predictions. I'm gonna be bro, like just upfront. This tournament, this round was surprising. No, it's not. I had the Celtics beating the Pacers. That was the only one that I got wrong. And the Pacers team is cold. But I had the Bucks winning. I had the Pelicans winning because if you ever watched any of my videos when I'm talking about the Kings, I have zero not respect. What's the word? Zero confidence in that team to be a successfully ran team as far as winning something important. Like, they're going to play well in the regular season, or they're going to have great games, or they're going to have good games in the playoffs, but they're first round exit team. That's just what the Kings are and what the Kings have always been. I had the Suns actually beating the Lakers, but I was surprised that the Suns had that many turnovers. And it did look like quite a bit of them really didn't play that well. But Lakers and Pelicans are up next. That's going on Thursday, which is tomorrow. And Bucks and Pacers, that's also tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and try to check out those games for sure and do a little video on them. Yeah. The Pacers and Bucks play at 2 p.m. Damn, who the fuck wants to watch a 2 p.m. game? Why are they doing that shit so damn early? What is that? 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that's 5 o'clock everywhere else, or 4 o'clock, depending on where you're staying. But I think 2 p.m. is early. For a pretty good game, I think that the Pacers and the Bucks, I think that game is going to be really good. Huh. But what else do they got talking about here? Are the Lakers on a higher level than the Suns? Without Bradley Beal, yes. With Bradley Beal, no. We won by 3 points. And our team, bro, Jared Vanderbilt had 1 point, bro. That's what I be talking about with these damn Lakers. I'm gonna do a video on these Lakers because he was I saw a video of him warming up in practice after like the injury, hitting threes. Everybody talking about how he's gonna come out and beat the difference. 1 point, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He only shot the ball twice. I've never taken that nigga serious for you to shoot the ball twice. Cam Reddish at 4. He's a defensive guy, but 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. Torian Prince lied to us. He went 0 for 2 from 3. D'Angelo Russell had a fake game as well, 2 for 6 from the field. From the 3. 3 for 11 from the field. Max Christie, he played decent, but he only got 7 minutes. Hachimura had 21 minutes, 7 points, 3 for 8 from the field, 1 for 4 from the 3. If we play against the Suns again and play like this, we're going to get cooked. We just don't score enough points like for us to be competitive against a high-scoring team. We got lucky against this Suns team with that call. Aaron Gordon, he didn't play that well. He would be their quote-unquote X factor currently while Bradley Beal is out. So he would have to be scoring a little bit more for the team to be competitive. But that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about was that controversial timeout. I don't really The Suns' margin for error is slimmer than any other team. I do think that they have this year and next year. If it doesn't work for these 2 years, then this is officially a failed super team, and then they're gonna have to change it up. Or on the trade deadline, they're going to need to supplement their bench. Seems like that there's a lot of that being thrown around. Bench players and what do you call it? Role players. They're sort of underperforming, or there's not many role players that are being as effective right now. I'm going to have to check a stat on that. See what's going on with the role players. But that's all I got for you guys. We have a stream coming at 750 subs. Also, be sure to become a member. If you do become a member, you get to choose a video that we can react to. Or you can pick your team or a random basketball or football team, and we can talk about it. But that's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.